Hi guys, welcome to another Divi themed video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We're taking another look at Divi 5 today, and we're going to show you how to organize your modules using the great new Flex system that they've got. Really makes life easy. We've had a lot of questions about it lately, and it's really not complicated. So let's get started. I've got a page here. Let's go ahead and edit with Divi. And let's go and get rid of this whole row and start from scratch. So this is basically like a new page. We've got a section up here. It's going to prompt us to add a row. I'm going to add a single column with my row. In my column, just for simplicity, I'm just going to use the little call to action module because it's got a background on it. Let's get the button to turn up with the call to action module. I'm sure you know the button's not going to turn up till you put a link in for it. Under content here, if we go down, we'll find link there. Once you put a link in for the button, I'm just going to put a hashtag for a placeholder. It'll turn up there. Okay, I'm going to leave everything just like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this module several times. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you can see, we've got 8 of them in a row now. Well, this isn't what I want on my page. As you saw earlier, I want sort of some here, and I want it to look a lot better than this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the row, the green tab. Once in the row, I'm going to go to elements and the column that it's sitting in. And you'll notice up at the top here, we've got page, section, row, column. You can navigate to things this way if you need to. Once in the column, I'm going to go over to design and layout. At the moment, it's set to go from top to bottom. I can switch it from bottom to the top. You won't see any difference because they're all identical, but actually the one on the bottom now is on the top. But I want mine going from perhaps left to right. And that looks absolutely awful. It's sort of taken it off canvas over here, which really is not going to work at all. But if we go back to our content and elements, it shows us all our little call to actions there. We're in the column still, remember? We can apply a structured template. Perhaps on desktop, I want 3 in a row. So let's just do this one. As you can see, we've got 3 in a row. We've got a gap at the bottom there, but I'll fix that in a moment. On tablet, yes, too squashed up for me. Let's make it perhaps 2 side by side. That works for me. And on mobile, too much stuff in there. Let's make it a single. Perfect. So we've got that on mobile, this on tablet, and this on desktop. And that's great, but it's not very interesting. We may as well just use a row with 3 columns. But if I wanted to stretch this one out, or make one of these twice as wide, which would make these all sit in a nice little column, let's perhaps do that with our second one here. So I'm going to go into my second module. I'm going to go down to design and sizing this time. If we roll down a bit, column span. I'm going to make that second one span 2 columns. Perfect. And you can make it 3, but it's going to jump down to the next line. It's entirely up to you. So let's leave that one at 2. And again, let's perhaps bang another one up to 2. Doesn't matter which. Let's perhaps do this one. And you'll notice once I click on this one, we're still in the right place. We're in a different module. Go down, column span again. And I'll make this one 2. And just to tidy it up, we'll make this one 3. And obviously all of this is up to you. So again, if I click on this one, we're in the right place. And we'll make it 3. That's great. But on tablet and mobile, it may not work quite as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see, we've got this, which really doesn't work. And these have gone back to being 3 again. So just on tablet, I'm going to take this one down to 2. And remember, it'll only affect it on tablet. I'll take this one back down to 1. And we can also make this one 2, or take that one down to 1, whichever works better for you. And I think we've got a little gap right here. Let's just make this one 2 also. Like I say, you can have quite a bit of fun with this. Now, if we go down to mobile, probably going to want to reset all of these to 1. So we go to mobile. Yeah, it squashed those up there. So what we can do, I'm sure you're ahead of me. Take this one back down to 1. And this one back down to 1. And all we need to do is take these 2 back down to 1 and everything is going to line up perfectly. Watch what happens when I do this last one. They're all nicely in a row as they were. So we've got this on mobile. We've got this on tablet. That's working fine. And on desktop, we've got this. Now I hear you saying, well, this doesn't look very good. I want this sort of centered. Same with this one up here. Anybody that doesn't know, very easy to do. We'll just go into this one. Once we're in the call to action, going to go to design, make sure that we're up at the top, layout, flex. We're just going to hit justify content. I'm going to pop it in the middle. Perfect. We'll do exactly the same for this one. Again, if we click on it, we're in exactly the right place. Awesome. And that should have grandfathered down to our tablet. They're looking fine there anyway. And it shouldn't have messed up our mobile at all. That's looking fine too. And your next question is probably going to be, well, what if I've got different amounts of content? Well, let's fix that. Let's take some of this content away in the call to action under the text here. Let's say take that much away. And this one with a row where they're all the same will have a bit more of an effect. And this one that we've justified that content in the middle there, if I take this away, it's not going to make a lot of difference. It'll still be nicely centered for us. Great. But what about these? They kind of look a little bit ugly. Well, not that one so much, but this one, again, really easy fix. If I click on this one, we'll go over to our design and our layout again, back to our flex. I'm going to justify this with space between, so the top will stay at the top and the button should go down the bottom there. Perfect. That looks a little more like it, and they're all the same size there. Exactly what I wanted. And if you wanted to do it to these bigger ones here, we could do exactly the same thing. We just give them more space in between. But as you can see, there's a lot of layout options here that you can do very easy with the new Flex system in Divi 5. I love it. I think it's absolutely awesome. So now we've got this on desktop. I know they're all the same color and it's pretty boring. We've got this on tablet. And on mobile, we've got this. Perfect. Just exactly what I wanted. But as you can see, this new Flexbox system, some people are a little daunted by it, but it really is pretty simple. Just go in there, have a play with it. You can make layouts out any way you want. It really is as simple as this. Remember, we're only using one column here with one row. Of course, you can have another row underneath and do something completely different with it. So I hope that's helped out and demystified that. Don't forget, if you've got any questions about this or any other Divi related matters, put them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Like I say, we've been using Divi 5 here. Let's just save this, make sure it's going to work on the front end. And we'll preview. Perfect, yeah. Like I say, we've been using Divi 5 here, but if you've got any questions either about Divi 4 or Divi 5, pop them down below. I'll be glad to answer them if I can, or make a little demo video like this one. Now, they've just put out a release date for Divi 5 here. We're still in the beta stage at the moment, and they're going to release it on February 26th, I believe. And we're in 2026 now. So do use a little bit of caution using it. I've built plenty of personal sites with it. It seems to work absolutely perfectly. But I've got a lot of clients, and I'm not going to be upgrading their sites to Divi 5 from Divi 4 until probably the second release, 5.01, 5.02, something like that, just to make sure there's no bugs. But I'm getting ahead of the game by learning it here. So when I'm ready to pull the trigger, I know exactly what's going to happen. So there you have it, guys. There's how to work with the Flex system and organize your little modules using a bit of Flex. Really easy, really nice little feature. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie, the System Point 2 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.